You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
As the battle between both Broly and Jiren now begins to intensify, with Jiren now having to finally master the powers of Ultra Instinct as seen on the previous manga chapter video, the stakes now are at their absolute highest, with Broly having to lose all sense of control, and with Jiren now achieving a power far beyond the gods itself. The question going forward is it possible for Broly to finally get the job done and having to put Jiren down, or will this be the final nail that is driven in Broly's coffin in having Jiren finally be able to put Broly down for good? As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off Monty Black's Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of Jiren vs. Broly manga chapter special, with Jiren now having to feel the power of Ultra Instinct and getting a sense of mastering this power for himself for the first time and having to battle against Broly with, we only then get to see how Jiren is staring off into the vast void of space, calm, cool, collected, and ready to face off against anything that Broly is just about to throw at him, with Broly shown absolutely taken back and being silent. That's when Goku went along to comment, "He's done it. I can sense it, but this is different. He's tapped into something and it ain't pretty." With Whis responding, "It seems Jiren has broken through his shell again. This time, there will be no setbacks. Broly has to go all out or this won't end well." With Belmont having to scream out, "Damn you, Jiren! You surpassed the gods once already, and now you're on a completely different level. This is amazing, but so immense that it's terrifying. Get the job done, Jiren!" As even the Omni Kings cry out, "This is amazing! Jiren looks so different!" And with Broly shown up in the voids of space and looking down, that's when Jiren went along to prompt Broly by telling him, "Come." And even Broly, based on his demeanor, he's kind of nervous because he really doesn't know what to expect, and because Jiren went on to so casually tell Broly to come, that's exactly what Broly does, because as soon as Broly gets enraged and charging up for this little energy blast in his hand, he wastes little time in charging directly down at Jiren, but right before Broly can actually make physical contact to Jiren, Jiren then all of a sudden completely vanishes, and Broly is left baffled because he's looking at his hand, he can't seem to believe it, as over out into the distance, we get to see how Broly notices how Jiren had made his way all the way across, but this time, he seems to be holding a little tiny energy sphere in his hand with such an intense look on his face, to where I will give Monty Black lots of credit in making Jiren out to be very vicious in this overall battle. As he went along to clinch onto the little energy ball in his hand, Broly is shown very nervous as Jiren went along to comment, "I just nullified your ki blast without any particular technique that I may possess. The purity of this divine technique allows me to be at my peak at all times. Your most powerful attacks will no longer serve you. Now you must fight me without them. You Saiyans are indeed true warriors, but your power will never be absolute. Your rage devours you. You gain strength through your anger, which is also your own undoing. Now come, Saiyan, your final moment is at hand." And this enrages Broly so much so because Broly doesn't seem to have any control, he doesn't seem to have any sense of awareness because His anger is what's driving him to attack Jiren, and as soon as Broly goes on in, I absolutely love this one shot of Jiren and having to look incredibly fearsome in the fact that as soon as Broly's fist is just about to make contact, literally inches away from having to physically connect to Jiren's face, all of a sudden, almost as if he was just standing still, Broly went along to make contact, but his attack managed to go right through Jiren, as of course Jiren is shown having to still stand there. Broly can't seem to believe that even after he had just attempted to punch Jiren, Jiren had moved with such speed that it almost looked like he was just standing still, and Broly now is getting very nervous, as is Goku, because as soon as Broly then continued in attempting to kick Jiren in the face, once again, we observe how as he attempted to do so, Jiren so casually moved out of the way without even appearing to have moved at all. So at this point, Jiren had used Mastered Ultra Instinct to such an extent that it almost looks as if Broly is literally fighting thin air, and Broly is getting very mad as the Angel Margarita went along to comment, "How remarkable. Jiren is barely breaking a sweat," as Belmont comments, "Ha! No need to remind me," and Broly is very infuriated because you can see the veins on his face, you can see his blood vessels literally popping out of his eyes as Jiren comments, "It seems you are at your limit," and further taunting Broly once again. Broly charges on in once more, only to try again in putting his energy into his fist in his attempts of punching Jiren, but then Jiren was not only able to catch on to Broly's fist, but instead from there, he unleashed two solitary attacks, one on his stomach and one on his face, that causes Broly to stumble back in such a way to where he wasn't even expecting for Jiren to retaliate, but once he did, we get to see how Jiren is standing in this interesting fighting position with his hands up. I absolutely love how these attacks went along ahead to connect onto Broly with such force that we get to see how Broly's face and his abs, they're bruised, and even Goku further went along to acknowledge this as he comments, "Jiren, didn't you learn anything from our fight? Give up your pride. This is about growing together," because Goku have seemed to have picked up on something that Jiren seemed to have disavowed ever since their original battle during the Tournament of Power, and it looks like Jiren now had reverted back to his absolute status in really not caring about anybody or anything other than himself. The brutality then continues as of course Jiren once again goes on the attack and having to strike Broly in the face. The way this went down was Jiren had hit Broly with such force that the impact behind Jiren's punch actually caused Broly to break his jaw, and you get to see how once Jiren in fact did make contact, Broly went down in such a way to where he's holding onto his face. You can feel and see the pain on the expression of his demeanor because Broly has, mind you, a massive hole on his back, he has internal damage, and now he has a broken jaw. So Jiren is breaking Broly down in such a way to where you also get to see the amount of pain that Broly is going through and having to sustain internal damage, external damage. So Broly is trying to do everything he can right now simply to survive this battle against him, as even Shile went along to utter, "No way, I can't take much more of this. He can't lose. Not like this," as eerily enough Goku is shown closing his eyes and having to take a deep breath in as Whis went along to utter, "How edgy." With all the damage Broly has accumulated, Jiren gives him a dislocated jaw. That last attack might end Broly's life, as of course Broly is shown in absolute agony, absolute pain in a sense to where Jiren is in full control of this fight as he then went along ahead to uppercut Broly with such power that once more we get to see how Broly's jaw is just broken in many different ways. His bones are beginning to crack, Shile's beginning to panic, Goku seems to have closed his eyes and maintaining himself for a moment as even Whis acknowledge the fact that Jiren now is punishing Broly. He's breaking him down bit by bit as of course Jiren had connected such a shot to where Broly is sent flying up in the air with everyone looking on. Shile, the Omni Kings, and Broly now had reverted right back down to his base form in floating in the midst of nothing, in having to feel such pain both on the outside and on the inside. Shile went along to cry out, "No!" with Whis uttering, "No matter how you look at it, Broly did a good job." As even Beerus went along to comment, "That punch seems to have put his jaw back in place, but his brain is shocked in the process." What a damn shame. And with Belmont having to look on, that's when Belmont went along to ask Jiren, what are you spacing out for? Just finish him off. Don't forget your wish with the Super Dragon Balls. And that's when Jiren went along ahead to move on in, as Jiren comments, Saiyan Warrior, you have my gratitude for pushing me this far. And as Jiren is beginning to move on in ever so closer, he then continues, without me, you would have been the strongest mortal in the universe. But it's still too early for you. And right before Jiren went along to finally finish Broly off, he then continues, and that is why I am going to kill you right here, right now. And right as Jiren was just about to make contact, out of nowhere he does, and there is a massive shockwave in the depths of space to where everything is rattling, as of course we observe how there is an individual that latched onto Jiren's punch. With Jiren remaining eerily quiet, he then went along to comment, I didn't expect you to interfere, Son Goku. And with Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku now having to be shown saving the day in preventing Jiren from killing Broly, with of course Goku looking on with such intensity, the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, this now sets the stage for Monty Black to create a scenario to where Goku had not only tapped into Mastered Ultra Instinct of his own, but had now also went along ahead to save Broly from Jiren, considering the fact that Goku had went along to tell Jiren that he had completely abandoned all of the lessons learned during the Tournament of Power and now had regressed in becoming selfish again, and Goku really doesn't want to see Broly die, nor do I believe that Goku would even go as far as to let Jiren die either, but in this case here, Jiren is beginning to take the fight a bit too seriously in a sense to where Broly is clearly beaten and Broly is clearly defeated, but even then, Goku wants to make sure that no additional harm comes from this in the fact that Jiren had defeated Broly in such a way to where Broly can't possibly fight back. So we are going to have a massive like goal on this video. If we can smash out 6,000 likes on this video, then not only are we going to be prompted and giving you guys the next manga chapter sooner, but we want to know from you guys as to what you guys want to see from Mastered Ultra Instinct Jiren and Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, because the narrative now implies that we are going to see these two actually fight, but the question here is, will Goku be able to control himself long enough to outlast Jiren, or had Jiren far exceeded even Goku's Ultra Instinct to where MUI Jiren holds much more superiority over Goku? Again, thank you all so much for watching, thank you all so much for your time. If of course you guys enjoyed, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload video on the channel, as well as also sharing your thoughts in the comment section below about this, because if we did have a scenario to where it was MUI Jiren versus MUI Goku, then in your opinion, do you guys believe that MUI Jiren stomps, or would Goku still find a way to outclass and defeat Jiren? So again, thank you all so much for watching, tune back in for more, and we'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan.
This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!